Warning! We called that shit.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 14, River of Time. I'm your host, Clio, and with me, oh my god, the boxes are weird today, Rachel, Nikki, and Dom. Right? Are you guys normally in those?
Yeah, I'm
spots?
usually right here. I don't
Really?
know about that.
Well,
Okay.
no, last week,
usually
last week, Rachel and Nikki were in transposed positions.
Oh, okay. Anyway, as we were doing the intro, I realized my camera's on the wrong side, so all my screens are on the wrong side, but that doesn't matter.
Okay.
How did you guys like this episode?
Oh my god. We knew it. We all called it.
We were all in agreement, and we were right.
Yeah.
For the one time when the planets align and all of us agree on something. Yeah.
Now the question is, we just don't know the answer to why.
Yeah. So they're bringing Savage.
They kind of alluded to it. They said that, you don't know what happens after that point because you're so focused on saving your family, you don't know what Vandal does after that point. And I think that's why they're helping him and why.
I don't know. I still think that he has something on them. Or something,
Oh, that Vandal has something on the Time Masters?
What I think is going to end up happening because...
put them in a better seat afterwards kind of thing. Kind of like, you guys will be more in charge of things if, I'm leader kind of thing.
Well, what I think is going to happen based on timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff, that it's going to end up being Rip Hunter is the villain. And the whole purpose of putting Vandal in charge was to stop Rip this whole time.
I think it's more of Vandal made the Time Masters.
Maybe.
That was another theory I had. That he's one that made them.
That's what I think. But yeah, so we all knew it, and they think they can bring Savage before the Time Masters and put him in jail, in time jail or whatever the fuck. They're just like, we're gonna send you back to 2166, and Rip is just like, what?
I knew it was going to go down exactly like that. I was like, Rip, why are you expecting a different result? You already just got through talking to Gideon and Sarah on the ship and finding out absolutely nothing had changed and that didn't draw any red flags. So...
And how calm Savage was in the... He wasn't worried about going there. He wasn't worried about anything, so he knew.
Well, I mean,
we don't know when the Time Masters were made. So he could have, in that 200 years, trying to find out how to, go through time. He could have made them.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say something about something. Oh my god, my brain.
Something about something.
Yeah.
That's usually a good thing to talk about.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Savage was so calm because he's a sociopath.
That too.
Yes.
Yes, that. No, I think he knew. And how much he knew on each team member.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he had all this time to figure them out. But if he had all the time help from the Time Masters, that's an open book too.
From 2016 and to they went back in time in the so he's had over 200 something years to find out everything he can on them.
Yeah,
but we don't know how long because he's been jumping through time. Well, so we don't know exactly.
I would assume not long.
Mm-mm.
Well, he said 200 years, but they've been well before that.
Yes, but he didn't figure out that it was time travel until Ray and Firestorm fought him in 70-something, 76, 75.
It was the episode with Stein and the nuclear stuff and the Firestorm they were trying to make. Yeah.
So that's when he realized and started working. So from then to 2166 is that amount of time. So
Okay.
I think it was recent. Because, we hadn't seen any other evidence of him using, like, future stuff until that robot in 2166.
Right.
So.
And we just assumed it was current technology.
Yeah.
And that's why, he also explained that's why it's been so hard for them to track him down, because he's been jumping through time just as much as they have.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he's been going, like, if he's going forward in time to grab new technology, obviously he has help with the Time Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want some kind of backstory onto how he figured out and acquired time travel.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get something.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to...
And not just, I'm in league with the Time Masters. Like, I want more than that. Like, I'd actually like, I know we're only 2 episodes away from the finale.
A Savage episode?
But I would love, a Vandal Savage episode to just, like, see what the hell he was up to for 200 years.
Yeah, there's no time.
There's no time in a show about time travel. There's no time, but yeah.
No time.
Yeah.
Well, they're running out of time.
They're at the end of time.
At the vanishing point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vandal Savage he's just so, mind games. All the mind games.
But what got me was, like, they all let him play the mind games, Yeah. Like, they all went to see him. They all had something to say. It's like, really, guys? Really? And Ray. Ray is the dumbest smart person ever.
I've said that. I've said that.
Yes, and it's solidified now. There's no one else
He's the
dumber
dumbest
than Ray.
Like we said, he doesn't have
not even Mick.
Smarts.
No.
See,
we've been over this. Mick isn't dumb.
I'm aware. I'm just saying.
Ray is so dumb.
Like, if Mick and Ray were to stick together, they'd be like a really good whole person.
Yes.
Because
they should be the new Firestorm.
Right? No, but because Mick has the whole street smarts and that kind of thing, and then Ray has the whole intelligence with their powers combined.
They are Captain Planet.
Intelligence does not equal wisdom.
No. Well, I didn't get
different stats in D&D.
When Savage was, right? When Savage was, getting into their psyches and stuff, and then when Rip was escorting him off the ship, if you already knew how he got out of the cell in Ancient Egypt, why did he ask him?
Just to get a read on him, like, because he doesn't really know Rip that much, because, it's hard for anybody to get to know Rip. He's been all over the place. The only thing
he's been alone for so long, too, so...
He appears for, like, a day at a time and then disappears for a couple 100 years.
But it just seems weird. It's like, if you already knew, then why ask? That's kind of a stupid question.
The only cemented thing he knew about Rip was his family, and that isn't even really about Rip. Well, so I mean, it's just to get a read on him to see, like, how determined and how, like, ambitious and all the other things you find out about a person just by watching them talk, body language, how they phrase things, stuff like that.
I think it was also to pump up his ego. He's like, I've been thinking about this for centuries. How did you do it? Like, well, it's simple, really. I just did this, and haha, I'm the best.
And then he had the guard killed. Yeah.
Haha, my fancy pen that shows
boobs.
Boobs. Gets him in every time, boobs.
Especially if you're in an age without porn, Mm-hmm. Some guy hands you a stick with a naked lady on it. He wouldn't have known it was a pen. It was just a stick to him.
Just a stick with a naked lady on it.
Stick with a naked lady on it.
A naked lady on a stick.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even.
You odd?
Yeah.
I'm very odd.
So, And I was finally got on board. Like you got some of you were all hating on Rip, and I was like, no, I mean he hasn't done anything too bad. And then he fucking makes Jax go fix the fucking time drive without any protection. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Thank you for coming around, Clea.
I did. I've come around.
And like, some of the things he does is jackass. I still don't hate Rip. So.
Well, see, that's why I said if Rip ends up ultimately being the villain and Vandal's put in place to stop Rip, I think that would actually make Rip more interesting for me. It's not going to redeem him by any means, because I'm not going to go, oh my god, I like him now. But it makes more sense in my head why everything is going down the way it's going down.
Yeah, I get that.
But I don't see how Rip could be. I don't know.
He could just snap. Like he's at the end of the he's at the vanishing point now. He's lost everything, right? He's about to lose his family. The Time Masters who he thought he was like in league with at one point have actually been working against him this whole time. Like they've been lying to him. He's gonna snap.
But if the Time Masters know he's gonna be evil, why would they train him in the first place? Why would they go through all of that in the first place? That doesn't make sense.
Because if time isn't done the way it's supposed to be done, they have to stop him at a certain point.
I mean, he's at the vanishing point right now. There's no time after that. So if he starts changing at that point, do you think they have records of it?
I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's just, the Time Masters want to control time instead of preserve. Like they say, "Oh, we're preserving time the way it is," but they really just want to do whatever the fuck.
It could be. Maybe I just want him to be the villain.
Probably. It would be interesting, but I don't see how they would do it without breaking all the rules all over again.
The actor's very capable of being a crazy villain.
Yes, I agree.
And all you have to do is get John Constantine to pilot the ship next season. He's still wearing the same fucking outfit, basically.
I don't know. Sarah was doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Jax. Yeah, Sarah did a good job.
Well, Jax is supposedly back in 2016.
Yeah.
Time travel, Rachel. We just could go back.
Yeah, but what if he time travels again and it puts him back? Like, what if it does more irreparable damage to him?
I don't know.
Not know.
It was just like, oh, he's been hit with temporal radiation, and I'm like, yeah, that's totally a thing. Sure, keep going.
I kind of had the same reaction. Like, can you think of something else?
Like, it's fucking stupid. Just keep going.
Reverse the polarities.
My favorite.
I mean, they can get away with using terminology like that because it's sci-fi and it's supposed to be such, a big jump in the future that it wouldn't matter.
Temporal radiation does not seem that far-fetched, though.
I mean,
it does. It does.
Not in a sci-fi show.
No.
If you were talking about like temporal radiation on a fantasy, like Once Upon a Time, then I'm gonna start, calling their bluff on that. But for this show, it works.
Temporal and radiation don't sound like they go together.
Why not?
Is all I don't know. Doesn't sound like time could irradiate.
I don't know. Whatever it was.
In order to have radiation, you need to have.
And I don't think
breaking down. Like, is it time that's breaking down?
It might be the particles or whatever that are involved in creating time travel.
It was whatever that little ball was. I think he would have been fine if that ball didn't explode.
They should have got Stein to do it. Isn't he radiation immune?
They're both radiation. But that's what I was saying. I'm like, they're both made of radiation. Like, he should be effective.
I think it's a different kind of radiation.
Yeah.
But,
but
I think he would have been fine if that ball didn't explode.
Yeah. I could even go as far as saying if you went to Star Wars, for example, and put temporal radiation on the hyperdrive unit, I would still be fine with that. I'd still think that would make sense. It's not necessarily time travel, but the ship is moving, basically. Speed of light in an instance is basically time travel. Not forward, backward, but just,
It's...
It makes sense in my head anyway.
That is right. That's where I've heard it before. Sorry.
Where?
Green chat, Danielle. That's what made River.
Oh.
Because she was conceived inside the TARDIS
while they were traveling through time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's used in a different context, but it's basically the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Another Doctor Who reference in DC. I mean, how could you not? I mean, look at who the lead one now, really.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I mean, if Doctor Who can use it, then it makes sense.
No, I didn't remember it being referred to as temporal radiation.
But anyhow,
anyway.
Anyway, let's move on. It's one of those terms that just like, reversing the polarities that
it's also
sci-fi's.
It's also in Star Trek?
Yeah.
The Enterprise.
It's one of those. It's just one of those terms that sci-fi uses.
Yeah. I guess it's more common than I thought. This is the first time I've heard of it.
Anyway. Yeah, so Sarah got to be, what was she, navigator? And,
yeah,
and pilot.
Yeah,
I love her comment, though.
Which one?
I was trained by League Assassins, not NASA.
Yes, that was awesome. But, Sarah's kind of quirky and witty like that, so it's just... Yeah. It was to be expected. I didn't know what she was going to say, but she was going to snap back at him. But I mean, she was doing a great job as navigator. Didn't Rip say he needed someone to make quick decisions without emotion, and that's exactly what she was good at doing.
Basically.
Yeah.
Here's something I noticed about the pilot's chair in the ship.
It's like getting onto a roller coaster.
It has one lever that goes forward and backwards. So I'm sitting there like, wait a second, there's no steering wheel, there's no way to turn left or right. I'm just like, how do you actually steer the ship?
Your butt muscles. I don't know.
I think Gideon does most of the actual steering.
But Gideon was off. They were manually flying.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that they were just, like they said, the time rivers, they just stayed in them and kind of just went with the current.
Are there any foot pedals on that chair?
I didn't see. I mean,
maybe some foot rests, like a wheelchair.
Yeah, well, if there's foot rest, maybe their pedals are in that. Their weight.
Here's why I just said butt cheeks, because she can sit down.
I mean, there is a possibility.
I just noticed it, and it was something that was very weird, and I'm like,
There's a possibility that if it has a handle, the handle rotates.
Like this.
Yes, the bar goes up and down, but the handles, the top of the handle may turn.
I've never seen.
If anything,
I mean, I've always seen the handle.
Right.
Yeah.
And I assumed there was something else on the other side, but in this episode, I looked and there was nothing on the other side. So I don't know how you're supposed to fly that ship.
I'm just saying, maybe it twists, like not actual like. It could look like the setting of the... I'm trying to think of like an example of something. Like something that's stationary but can also twist a little.
Maybe with your hand on the handle, it like reads your mind.
Like a cap. Like the cap of this thing, Like the cap turns, but the lever itself would still go up and down, but this twists the top, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know, but the lever is long ways. It would have to twist. You would see it when it twists. It's not something subtle. It wouldn't be something subtle.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It was something I noticed.
It's something in the future.
Wonder if anyone can answer. If anyone can answer how you actually fly that ship, I would love to. I would love to read about it.
Yeah, Rip Hunter, if you're watching this podcast, we demand some answers.
Yeah, really. Rip Hunter personally has to answer us.
Yes.
But anyway,
Arthur has a
and Mick
Twitter.
Are just fed up with everything, and they're like,
I love that they're
we're gonna drink all your booze. Oh yeah, we're gonna drink all your booze and
so
leave.
amazing together.
Oh yeah,
they were just full of shit. They were just like, we're done.
So salty. Like, bye. The jump ship's already gone. They're like, what the fuck?
I'm surprised that Mick didn't say something when the time master's guards came aboard. I mean, hello, he was one of them.
Yeah, not anymore. He jumped ship again.
Well, I know that, but I'm just surprised.
I think he was confident that the thing by turning Vandalin would work, that it would like, nullify everything that happened, everything he did. So I think he was just confident that he was okay. Obviously, that's not the case.
Nope.
I loved when Vandal's escaping because you can't beat Vandal Savage or something like that. And Snart replied, it's just like dying. He was like, he said his name out, like, well, you haven't met. And it was just like,
what?
When they were fighting?
Mm-hmm. In the hallway.
Oh, that I'm Leonard
exactly
Snart, robber of ATMs.
Yeah.
He said it like that. Robber of ATMs. And it just shoots
him. Vandal
like,
Savage or something. And he just, it's like, okay, you're going to run down your resume now, okay?
Yeah. Well, it's what Daenerys does in like every episode. I am Daenerys Starborn of House Targaryen, queen of the blah 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 blah, mother of dragons. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Breaker of chains.
Stop monologuing.
Yeah. It was that was very funny. You're right.
But you know what? Just to clear that up, Daenerys is great at monologuing, and she wins people over in a snap.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the other people in this show.
Gives the time for the superhero to actually break free of whatever it is and think of a plan. And
Snart can monologue all day long, and I would not be upset.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I just actually saw the actor who plays Snart on an episode of The Ghost Whisperer. I was just kind of putting that on Netflix, and I'm like, oh, hey, it's you.
Hey, it's you. I mean, he did Prison Break, but he did other like little cameos here and there, and he's been acting for a long time. I mean, there's even like when he was younger. Yeah, I want to say he was on the episode "Are You Afraid of the Dark?" But I'm not positive.
I wouldn't put. Yeah, I can totally see that happening.
I have to check that now.
I don't know for sure. I know he's been acting for a long time, and he has lots of bit pieces.
I have been waiting for Netflix to put Are You Afraid of the Dark on so that I can binge watch that from the start to the end, because I miss that show so freaking much.
I know, right?
I don't know. I'm still convinced that he's related to Eminem.
No,
his name is Wentworth. That's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that...
No, he was not on Are You Afraid of the Dark? That would have been fantastic. He was on Buffy.
Yeah, that might have been
Buffy.
it.
Oh, he's on one episode.
Yeah.
Like I said, he does like one-offs. He did one-offs when he was younger. He was in
Wait. He was the main character in Dinotopia?
Apparently.
David Scott.
I have to watch that again.
I gotta watch that again.
Yo, I love Dinotopia as a kid.
Young Justice Invasion.
I think that's a cartoon show, though.
Yeah.
It is cartoon. It's a voice, but I mean, still, like, his voice is kind of,
Yeah. He's a good voice actor.
Yeah. You could just totally pick him out of a crowd.
That pop up, you're like, I know him from somewhere.
He played Chris Redfield in the Resident Evil movies?
Nice.
I stopped watching those after, like, the third, fourth one.
Is that the movie? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Afterlife, yes, and
Which
Retribution.
One was that? Fifth?
And Retribution. Yeah.
Afterlife,
I think it was Afterlife, the one where they're actually running around in the city and they're running away from Nemesis?
No. That was the one underground. In that underground. We're so off topic.
It's not really, because we're still talking.
Yeah.
It's about the
it's
actor.
the fourth one.
It's the fourth one.
Yeah, I stopped at Extinction, which was the third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think... Oh, God. Is Afterlife the one in the bunker? I think Afterlife's the one in the bunker.
I don't even know. I glossed... Like, the first one's the only one I can really remember.
Here's the thing about the Resident Evil movies, though. While they all, contain stupid shit, I've enjoyed almost every one of them.
I get so mad at them.
Stupid shit in each one of them, but I'm just like, I would watch that again.
So it's kind of like Legends.
No. I'm never watching this show again. I cannot handle the time stuff.
I will forever quote this show. If people on another show have a bad idea, I will forever reference this show.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's such a dumb idea. What is this, Legends of Tomorrow? I think I did that with The Flash last week.
God, I don't want to know what happened if, like, the Laurel and Rip Hunter ever met. They would have such bad ideas.
I just want to say that one of my favorite scenes in this episode was the Felicity scene.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah.
You know, it was
His
really
goodbye
awesome.
to Felicity.
What's up, Wheels?
Yeah. I thought he called her Hot Wheels.
Maybe he did,
Maybe
but
he
I
did.
mean...
But either way, I mean, it's, you know...
Yeah.
He was like, so Ollie told you. Well, duh!
Some people might
They
want
were
to
dating
murder
at the
me
time.
or assassinate me, but I thought, you know, seeing that scene that Ray and Felicity were a great couple and they should have stayed a couple instead of Oliver and Felicity.
Yeah. Well.
They probably would have stayed a couple if he wasn't going over to this show.
Damn it!
Him and Kendra are like done, so he might be going.
Oh, that was god,
that was heartbreaking. I want to get to that, but we have to talk about Hawk douche first. It's kind of all his
really
fault.
have to.
We have to.
Can we just talk about how satisfying it was when Ray just punched the living fuck out of him?
That was pretty
knocked
satisfying.
him out. Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Also,
it was very satisfying to see him die again.
How did he do that in one punch? He's not that strong.
He didn't die.
Depends on where you hit a person in the face, like, and like the force and like the way that their neck moves and stuff like that. It just, yeah, he just happened to get that good swing in. That's it.
Bravo, Ray. Oh, Ray.
Ray. Yeah.
Ray.
I mean, he has been growing as far as, you know, his strengths and stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
He's little by little he's growing with his street smarts, but just not fast enough for him not to be stupid.
No.
Also,
no, he fucking opens the cage and steps in with Savage. Like, what is wrong with you,
it's
sir?
like, you can't kill him. You can beat the ever-living shit out of him, yeah, but it's not going to accomplish anything.
He's trying to preserve the honor of Kendra. And you know what? Kendra don't give a fuck anymore. She's got in the cell.
Yeah.
He's tied up the way she likes him.
Ew.
Oh.
I was gonna say that Kendra can defend her own honor.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's Ray. He's really sensitive. He's a nice guy. He wants to help.
Nice guys finished last.
In this case, yes. Even though
being an idiot.
Yeah.
He's being an idiot.
It's not that nice guys finish last. It's that idiots finish last.
Aren't they synonymous?
Idiot.
I thought nice guys was synonymous with idiots.
There are plenty of jackass idiots. They're definitely not synonymous.
There is a movie called Jackass, and there are a bunch of idiots in that movie. Yes, so that is very, very true.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So Kendra's trying to get Hawk Douche's memories back by getting all close to him, telling him love stories. It's like, oh God, girl, what are you doing with the door wide open?
Reciting love poems.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not just any love poem. It's their
love poem.
Their eternal binding love poem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not what it looked like. Really?
Yeah, it was.
Really? That's exactly what it looked like. Exactly, yeah.
That's usually what the guy says when the girl catches. Like, it's not what it looks like.
It's what anyone says.
Yeah.
I slipped and fell on top of her. I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, there's the stupidest
My dick happened to be out. I don't know what you want from me.
I didn't know I gave you a spare key. That's my favorite one. It's not like a denial. It's just more like it's still their fault, though.
But yeah, no, it's. I mean, I feel bad for Kendra because she was totally torn. Totally. I mean, she was totally on board with Ray until she came face to face with Carter, and then.
I'm always just gonna be a placeholder until Carter shows up.
And that has to that hurt.
I don't know.
But I mean, we saw the same thing happen with Cisco.
Well,
She
yeah.
likes Cisco, and then here comes this hawk douche.
Yeah, at that point, she didn't even really have her memory. She's just like, oh, I accept the fact that I was what I was, and I guess this is the way it has to be. Sorry, Cisco.
I have to figure this out.
Poor Cisco.
Well, she was more, I have to figure this out. I have to find myself. I have to find out what's going on because I'm confused, and to bring someone else into the confusion is
and then she never called, she never texted.
Clea, have you watched any of the Chronicles of Cisco?
I did. I watched all 3 of them.
Okay, so there's nothing about Kendra in any of them.
No, not at all.
Okay.
She never called, never texted.
She never called, never texted. Yeah.
She didn't write.
Yeah.
Sent a postcard.
No smoke.
Smoke signals, text message, nothing. Yeah.
Wish you were here in the future.
Right?
It'd be like a Marty McFly Back to the Future package that they've already done.
Yeah, you mean like every other episode they've done?
No, the specific one, there was a package that showed up for them at a specific point in time.
Yeah.
That they ripped right out of Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
Well, in this, and also they did little flashbacks, probably like of the day that everyone left, like when Jackson was like working on the car and was talking to his mom.
Yeah.
And then when Stein was talking to his wife, and it was kind of little flashbacks of what they did on their last day there. I mean, even Ray, that was his last day before he took off.
Mm-hmm.
So. We didn't see anyone else's flashback, which we should have, because it's cool.
The other one we saw Stein's flashback, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His wife.
I thought we just got through like 2 episodes ago, Stein explaining that he never said goodbye to his wife.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't really. He just was like, I'll see you a little bit later. I have some things to do, but I'm not.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be back in. He didn't say a flash.
Before you know it.
Before you know it.
Well, he told her that he was involved with something to do with time travel, and he'd be back before she knew it. So
yeah, the way he was saying it this whole time sounded like she,
he didn't say a word.
He didn't see her
going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he wasn't. He's been looking at time travel, but he did not know. I think at that point in time that he was going to go.
Yeah, he knew.
Oh, he knew.
Did he?
Yeah.
He knew. I just don't think he knew. Like, he knew the risks, but he didn't know to what extent, how risky they would be, and that he might lose his life. And that's where he's like, I didn't say goodbye.
Yeah.
As if to say,
where he's at now, because without
you
Jax, he's going to destabilize again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, is he going to destabilize in 2 episodes? Maybe.
It happened super quick when... was it super quick?
It wasn't, because they had like a whole interview process on the Flash for a replacement for Ronnie.
Yeah, but that was like... That took place over like a day. Because while they were interviewing, he was like collapsed and in a hospital bed,
But Ronnie was already gone for like a week or 2 at that point.
Yeah, I thought it was up to 2 weeks he was already gone.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But either way,
because that was right after and I'm gonna get it right this time, Cleo. It was right after the singularity.
There we go.
What were you calling it before?
No, I was calling.
No, he was calling
the particle accelerator. I was calling that the singularity. I was gonna call this the particle accelerator just to piss Cleo off, but
that would have been so funny.
You're gonna spit out my drink.
Don't do that. That's a waste of a drink.
So maybe it's not going to happen immediately, but I mean, they're getting locked up right now. We don't know how long they're going to be there.
That's true.
And when you're in a place that time really doesn't matter, maybe that shit just happens,
Yeah, maybe they put Stein in one of their, timeless rooms just to make sure he doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
And we also know, we don't know exactly we know that S.T.A.R and told Sarah that they need to hide, and we didn't see them take them, so...
Yes. So they got everyone that probably, but...
Right.
S.T.A.R and Sarah. Which I was surprised that it was S.T.A.R that, noticed something was wrong and not Sarah, because Sarah's the fucking assassin.
Yeah, that's true.
He has the 6th sense.
He sees dead people?
So...
what do you call it? Angelica or something like that?
What?
It was like their... what was it? He said he was talking to Mick about a bank robbery they did, and he knew that something was going to go wrong, and he said something like fortune teller. I can't remember her name. Started with an A, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, said that someone's, and he's like, I'm getting that feeling again. And so when he said that to Sarah that something was wrong, she's like, how do you know? And then he just said the name, and I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what that was. I sort of forgot about it because I didn't understand.
Yeah, I totally forgot about. I can't remember the girl. It starts with an A.
Yeah.
It starts with an A, so that's all I know. But yeah, so who knows where they hid and what's their part in this?
Yeah.
I
really liked, though, how when they were, fighting Savage, Kendra ended up being the one to take him down. Yeah, she didn't kill him, but
she should have.
Was right fucking there.
Yep.
I know. And I have to say, the more time we have with the shiny golden mace, the more I fucking love it so much.
But see, what's so retarded is that it was right there, he was passed out, and she looked over, and Rip took Carter's pulse. He goes, he's still alive. She could have turned around, picked up that mace, and bashed that motherfucker's head.
Because he had his memories back.
Yeah.
But
at that point, they were trying. But at that point, they were trying to clear their names, so they wouldn't be hunted anymore. They were still being hunted across time.
Don't care.
I know. I agree.
What if destroying Vandal destroys the Time Masters?
Yeah.
And then they'd be okay.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
No, because then the Wave Rider wouldn't exist.
It's fine.
No, we were talking before about how why didn't they go back and stop Rip? And it's because we saw the flashback with Rip. Is nobody knew who he was before that?
What do you mean nobody knew?
Yeah, because he was under.
Nobody knew his past, including the Time Masters. It's all secretive.
Yeah, but if they know his future, why would they take him on?
They didn't take him on. They didn't know who he was as a kid. That's why they took him on.
Yeah, but if they would have found out when they started training him, why did they keep training him?
The Time Masters, are they the ones actually training him, or is it just like an academy?
It's a school. It's a Time Master Academy.
It's a Time Master Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what sounds bring Doctor Who near. That's how he was. He was in a school to learn how to be a Time Lord, and that's how the Master got a little crazy, and so there's they go to school to become a time traveler. There's schools for that. No, I don't know if you can take online classes or anything. I don't know if it's accredited, but there's schools for that.
Well, sign me up.
I'd rather go to a school for witchcraft and wizardry.
I like Danielle has just been going on and on about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then she's just like, I haven't seen the show and you also haven't spoiled anything for me. That's so funny.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This show, it parallels a lot of other shows that do time travel, so it kind of makes me feel familiar and comfortable. And
but it also, doesn't do it as well as any of those.
It's in its first year.
It's in, like I said last week. It's in its first year, and they didn't know if they were going to get a second year or not. So they have to push as much information and as much crap to this season.
No, you don't.
They don't, but that's what they do.
See, for me, I got into The Flash immediately and loved it, right off the bat. But
the
there were a lot of people
shove everything in.
But there were a lot of people that didn't enjoy the first season of The Flash, and they were like, "Keep with it. It builds up steam, and it gets phenomenal."
Yeah. Just like S.H.I.E.L.D.
The same thing about S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah. I mean, I stopped watching after the second episode. So
I liked the first couple. While I was watching the first season of S.H.I.E.L.D., everyone was saying, "Oh, it's not that great." I'm like, I freaking love it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that good.
I loved it.
Yeah, so it's just one of those
things. It wasn't until the Captain America tie-in for for
was fantastic.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That I like flipped out and fell in love with the TV show.
Yeah.
I mean, you say they don't have to shove it, but most shows do. They have to, if they're going to be one season, they have to have a beginning and they have to have the end, and it has to be all tied up in a nice little pretty bow. Because they don't.
No, I understand, but you don't have to shove everything in the middle. Having a beginning and having an end. Like that's...
We don't. We know that. We know as TV watchers know this, but the people making them don't think. They think they know better.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying the show is terrible, but you know, the way that they gave us the information does seem kind of fragmented and not. It doesn't flow right, and that might have a lot to do with them actually doing the jumping around and the time shifts and all that stuff. So I mean, if they could have possibly smoothed that over, it'd be accepted a little bit better. But like, I'm actually really frustrated.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Whatever. I want to see how it wraps up.
You look at
a second season. I want to see Constantine.
You look at a show like Doctor Who, and Doctor Who, most episodes, not all, most episodes are a self-contained beginning, middle, end, and then they move on.
They're episodic,
This last season of Doctor Who had two-parters. So you knew that it was like, okay, there's this one, and then it follows up on the next episode, but those two-parters are self-contained, and it moves on, and there's kind of an overarching theme to the whole thing. But with Legends, it's just like, they're not episodic. It's an overarching theme that is all fragmented, connected, and it's jumping around in different points of time. So it's already hard to follow as it is, and they're trying to make it one linear story, and it's just kind of frustrating.
Also, what kind of sucks is that, I mean, if you look at American TV versus British TV, they don't have commercials
right
over there. So when they say a show is going to run for an hour, that show is going to run for an hour.
Yeah.
There's no commercials in between it. So, like, here you get an hour-long show, and you're lucky if it's 45 minutes.
It's 42 and a half minutes.
Yeah, you're lucky because of all the commercial breaks.
Yeah.
And they just do things differently, so it's easier, and it gets you more into it because there's none of that breaks. And they can fit more in and smooth it out a little more just because they have the time to.
Yeah.
They're allotted that time.
Don't get me wrong, I'm far from done with the show. Constantine alone is enough to pull me into season 2. Like, I don't need any major fucking cliffhanger at the end. Just having Constantine after seeing what the hell he did on Arrow, like, he's got me hooked. I'm in, because next episode dealing with, like, mystical, magical, like, going into spirits and hocus pocus ghosts, and oh my god, that's gonna be so fucking awesome. I don't give a shit. Like, that supersedes the time travel nonsense that I can't follow any day of the week.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
magic
kind of
shit
like
that I can't follow.
Yes.
I guess I'm saying, like, I'm done because I can't handle it. But I mean, yeah, you saying, like, Constantine's gonna be in, and I have seen a little bit of what he could do, and I know, like, the main story of Constantine from other iterations, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of sad that his show didn't take off, but also it's kind of nice because now he can flip between all the shows. And the actor who plays him is an amazing actor, and oh god, absolutely loved it when he was on Arrow, and I was just like, more please.
Yep.
He plays it so amazingly that you just want to see more of him. So, and now I'm hoping now that they have a second season, things will get ironed out and will be a little more smoother.
I'm 100% positive that it's going to.
Yeah. They can relax a little bit, be like, take that deep breath in and be like, okay, we made it to the second season.
And part of it, too, is just having a large ensemble cast. It's very, very difficult to make that work, to proportion the time out between characters. The only show that I feel ever got that right, because you look at our large ensemble casts that are currently on the air, Once Upon a Time, and we're always like, well, what happened to this character? This one's always getting neglected. It's because there's too many fucking characters on the show. That's the problem. The only show that's ever got that right is Lost. That's it.
I don't even think Lost did.
Yes, there were a few characters that got, undershadowed a little bit. Walt is one of those characters, but Walt had a whole different reasoning, and it was due to rapid aging and stuff on the, having child actors. But for the most part, and then you gotta kind of forgive season 3 on Lost, which was the writer's strike season. But outside of that, they did well. How long was their time
slot for Lost? Was it an hour-long show? Or
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
But it was a 22-episode season. It wasn't a 16-episode
Okay, so, like, you're excluding The Walking Dead. Because I can say that that huge ensemble cast works really well.
Shows like Lost and Once Upon a Time, once, like, there's a character not in the forefront, you kind of forget about them. But in The Walking Dead, I feel like that doesn't happen. Like, a character is gone, and, we're always like, Morgan, where's Morgan? Morgan?
Glenn?
When's Morgan
where are you,
back?
Glenn?
Yeah.
I just feel that if this had more episodes, like a full season, instead of it'd be better.
I think the I mean, I probably have said this already, but I think a problem is in the lack of subtlety in the writing.
There's that, and see, I actually disagree with you, Rachel. I think the show would work better in a 12-episode format. Because...
Yeah, put it in, like, in the winter break.
There's a lot of, like, stretching plot out that they didn't need to do, and...
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of that, but there's also... There's a lot more they could go into depth. They could do 1-2-parters, and it'd be really good on certain characters. It'd be better if they had more episodes. They would be able to iron things out more. They'd be able to focus more on certain characters and why they do stuff. Maybe they'd be able to focus on Rip Hunter's past and why he did this shit. If they had more time to do it, but they don't. So, condense everything.
I'm not sure it would change much.
I don't know.
Anyway,
never know,
next week is Destiny.
Boy.
Being in the vicinity of the Time Masters leaves Rip and Rory incredibly disturbed for very different reasons. Meanwhile, Sarah takes over the Wave Rider. Kendra is reunited with Carter, and Snart decides he might be a hero after all.
Oh, Snart.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the promo?
That's what happens when Snart and Mick can't hijack a ship to go back to their time.
Two certain people kissing.
Yes, I had to rewind.
Why is Mick and Snart kissing?
It wasn't. It was Snart and Sarah. It was Snart and Sarah.
That's not true love. Snart and Mick.
There was no whoosh either, right? Because that...
Wrong show.
Oh. No,
it was very quick promo, and I had to rewind and pause it. It was like, okay, it is Snart and Sarah. And I'm like, what the...
No, Snart and Cassie, Snarty babies. Come on. You can't... I don't think...
Snarty little babies.
I don't think Sarah can have babies. She's dead in Lazarus Pit and all this shit.
We don't know that.
I don't know if she's gonna... Listen, they could be kissing for a lot of different reasons.
They could be.
They could be running out of oxygen and they're sucking each other's breath.
That's carbon.
That's CO2.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
It's fine.
But that's another thing Nikki, that you brought up, we don't know. I mean, even with Thea on Arrow, her being a last, we don't know if they can have kids because they were pretty much...
I assume they've died, that they lose the ability. But that's like, going off other things too. So, other shows have
magic.
Anyway. It's magic.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Savannah17. Right about here on Twitter.
Okay.
Nikki, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYvenom24.
Dom.
With a migraine down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. Phenomenon.
You can find me at Cleomoto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest, and you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and video games. Until next time, bye! Wow! Dudes, it's 9 o'clock. We have another podcast to do.
It's all one breath.
I know. I tried.
Take me to your leader.
What?
Okay, what? That was an amazing reaction.